Hey everyone, Lyle here from West Tennessee Gold and Silver Exchange, and today, the best fake silver bar that I've ever seen came into the store. Hey everyone, my name is Lyle and I own West Tennessee Gold and Silver Exchange here in Savannah, Tennessee. I do a lot of videos of all of the cool collections that come into the store, plus I'll do some unboxing videos of all of the stuff that I get from my suppliers, and I'll also do videos of stuff like this, of all of the weird stuff that comes in, the fake stuff that comes in, to my very small coin shop here in the west part of Tennessee. And today's video is actually dedicated to one of those bars, and I will tell you the whole story about how that bar got here and what clued me into it. Might not be real. We'll test it, and I also have a. It's been assayed. Well, sort of. It's been X-rayed, and I know exactly what it is. So we'll go over all of that in just a little bit. So before we get started, just want to remind you that. On Tuesdays and Fridays, I might even start doing them on Saturdays, I do live auctions here on this channel. So if this is your first time here and you want to try to buy some of the stuff that I get, feel free to go to www.westTNexchange.com. That's TN like Tennessee, westTNexchange.com. Get registered and then come on back on Tuesdays or Tuesdays and Fridays at, I believe I get them started at 3 and they go for about 2 to 3 hours depending on how much stuff I have and all of that good stuff. Also, if you like content like this, make sure you like, subscribe, so you can stay up to date on all of the cool stuff that comes in. And also, it really helps the channel by liking and subscribing because I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. I'm so close. So please help me out. If you haven't subscribed already, just do me the favor. Subscribe, like the video, and then stay up to date on all of the stuff that comes in. So today, I'm going to show you that bar. Here is the silver bar that is extremely well. Like, it's so well that it's scary that this is even out there floating around. A few days ago, I had a subscriber came in and wanted to do some dealing. And I said, perfect. So I traded him some silver for some gold. And you can watch that. You could see all of the stuff that I got at the video right there. And check out that video. That's we kind of did some trading. And I showed off the silver I got from him. And I also, this bar was in there. And it was part of the trade, of course. And he had left the price tag on it from when he bought it. So this is how much he paid for it. I'm not sure exactly where he got it. He says he remembers. So as we were sitting there chit-chatting, we came to an agreement of how many ounces we were going to do. And then he said, great. As soon as we came to an agreement, I busted out the Sigma. And I have the Sigma somewhere. So here is the Sigma. So pretty much I got some of these pieces over here just so I can use them as references. Here's a round, some bars. Here's another Buffalo Indian bar. So pretty much we were wheeling and dealing. We came to an agreement and we figured out what we were doing. And I said, great. So I started to test all of the silver, of course, because I don't take anything in unless I test it, or unless I'm like 100% sure that it's good. So I'm sitting here and we're testing and everything was looking good. I'm like, okay, good. That looks good. And then it looks good. Let me move out of the way so the camera can focus. This one's good. This one's good. And then I came to this one and I was like, huh, that's not right. And then He's like, no, I'm sure that's real. And I was like, yeah, it looks real enough. I mean, look at it. It looks real. Um, it's, it's in a plastic. It was completely sealed. We cut it, of course. So it was completely sealed in like a sheet, like I've seen them all the time. I think I even have one. I thought I had one, but I don't have one that's still sealed. But yeah, I see them all the time, just like this, and didn't think anything of it except for when I hit it with the Sigma. It was like, huh, no. So then he said, well, maybe it's because of the plastic. So I tested another one with plastic on it, and it worked fine. And then tested this one, was not fine. So we cut it and we took it out, and we thought maybe we just need to put it right on it. So we're like, all right. So we put it right on it, and it didn't give us any good readings. So then I thought maybe it's a like an older round. Or older bar. Sometimes I do know that older silver kind of goes a little funky on the Sigma. So I was like, all right, let's try it with some other ones. I think we went to like sterling first. So let's see if maybe it's 92% silver. That's why it's not showing anything up. So I tested it, and it's still nothing. And then I thought, well, let's go to 90% and see what happens. And so when we put it on 90%, it showed up, but it was a little bit off. So that made me think like, okay, well, maybe it's like 80% silver or something like that. So I tested it on the 80%, and it was saying no. So I was like, all right, maybe it's like somewhere in between, because it looks real enough. Like you can see it alongside some of the other ones. If these three were like hanging around in a display case, you wouldn't think anything of it. Like you would look at it and be like, wow, that looks real. It looks like a silver bar that I've seen a billion times. But for whatever reason, the Sigma is not testing it. I only get somewhat of a reading when I'm at the 90%. The 1900 is the only time I get a reading. So I was very suspicious at that point, and I thought, well, let me go ahead and weigh it, because that will pretty much tell us if it's good or not. Because I mean, when it's in this plastic, it's kind of hard to like gauge stuff. So here's the plastic, and then you put this one over it, and it looks about the right size. It looks good. So then you try to like put it like this, and you go, yeah, it looks about right. It might be a little bit thicker, but some of them do look thicker. Like here's two real ones. The one on the right, let's see if I can get it to focus. The one on the right, it looks a little thicker than the one on the left. So, or the other way around. But yeah, so they have different lengths, different widths. So let's see. So we took it out again, and I put it on the scale. And sure enough, 31.2. 31.2. So it weighs 31.1. It weighs, let me see if I can get it away from the glare. There you go. 31.1. It weighs just like a silver bar, right on the money. We put some of the other ones, 31.5. And let's check this elemental round, 31.4. This one over here, 31.5. So it weighs right. And then once it was out, I started looking at it going, well, I don't know. Because when I put it up against here, it does look like it's a little thicker. But then if I kind of match them, this one that's not as thick is a little bit shorter. So that could have been the discrepancy on the width here. So then I checked it against another one. And yeah, this one, the one in question looks thicker, but if I turn it this way, you can see that there's a little bit of a discrepancy there. So that might be another reason why it's thicker. So once I did all of that, and I was like, you know what? I don't know. This is something that I really have to send off to get x-rayed and to figure out exactly what it is. So luckily, a subscriber that comes in all the time, he's a regular customer now, and he told me that he works at I forgot where it was, but he works with the XRF gun. And he said, if I ever get anything that's questionable, let him know. He will take it to work. He'll use the x-ray gun. We'll figure it out. And I said, perfect. Because literally a few days after he told me that, this thing came in. And here we are. So I gave it to him. And I said, dude, you got to test it. And he was more than happy to do it. Because he looked at it too. And he said, yeah, that looks real enough. Like, it looks like a real Northwest Territories Mint bar. It looks so good. And it weighs. So he took it in and he x-rayed it, and sure enough, it's not real. It is not pure silver. What it is, it's 78% copper, 16% zinc, 3.26% nickel, and 0.99% silver. So 0.99% silver. That's not 99.9% silver. That's 0.99% silver. So there is like a little under 1% of silver in this bar. That's probably why I got a reading in the 90%, because of that 1% silver that's in there. But he took a picture of it, and I'm going to put it on the screen right now. And it's copper. It is a copper. It's 78% copper, 16% zinc. And this thing looks really good. So good it's scary. Luckily, the Sigma did its job. Thank you, Sigma. It did its job, and it determined that this is not 0.999% silver or 0.999 silver like it's supposed to. It is something else. Thank you, Sigma. But I want to kind of put it against these guys so you can see, like, it looks real enough. This one does look a little bit more shiny than the others, but it could just be the finish. Like, look at this elemental round. This thing is really shiny, just as shiny as this one. So just by looking at it, like, you can't really tell. And this IGR bar is pretty shiny as well. So it looks, oh man, I'm so crazy how good this looks. It's just so weird. But yeah, guys, make sure you use all of your tools. Make sure you use your magnets. Make sure you use the Sigma if you have it. If you're a little unsure, get it tested. I mean, that's about it. That's all I can tell you. Go to your local coin store and see if they got a Sigma. If you're in my area, I'd be more than happy to use my Sigma and test your stuff for you. I don't charge for any of that. If somebody does charge you, then they're not a good store if they charge you just to check the stuff. But yeah, guys, one final look at this fake 1 ounce bar that looks good. It looks so good. And they're out there, guys. Like this store where he got it from, they probably did not have a Sigma because they sold it just like regular silver, but it is not silver. So after doing much more research on this particular bar, they're out there. Like, they are being sold everywhere, and they're being sold as like novelty things. But I mean, this is a really good novelty. I have seen a lot of people on YouTube. They've done videos on these before, and they're just crazy how good they look. But don't get fooled, guys. Like, check this out. I'm gonna switch screens here. Here they are. So you got this place right here selling them for $2.24, and it's that same bar. Yeah, it's the same exact one that I got, and $2.24. 106 have been sold already. Let's check some more. There's another one, same place. Here's a different style one, but they're selling for $198. Money Metals. These look like it's more reasonably priced. And there's another place selling Prospectors for $2.24. So this stuff's out there. Like, it's just endless. Here's another one. If the price looks too low, like, look, even Walmart has them. Walmart has it as a decoration bar. and they're selling them for $5.30, and it's the same exact one I got. So this is 89 cents, guys, 89 cents to get one. Like it's just crazy the amount of fakes that are out there, guys, and where you can get them, where people can get them and try to pass them off as real. So if you're unsure, like honestly, if you see Northwest Territorial Mint, I would be very suspicious of it. If I get another one that comes in, I'm going to be very suspicious about it, and I will test it with the Sigma. It will go through a lot more testing than anything else. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope I was able to show you some crazy stuff today. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day, guys.